Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to ClanGen, the Warrior Cats clan generator game. When we left off in the previous episode, we were more focused on the apprentice rankings, which had changed quite a bit for our youngsters. The middle siblings in particular, actually I should say everyone except for Nightpaw, our youngest of the batch, has been moving around quite a bit. Going from, the lowest to the second to the middle, so it's kind of interesting the way that's working out. And also, some of the apprentices were fussing around, trying to adopt what their siblings were doing, because everyone has kind of different techniques for going ahead. Falcon Paw was behind in the beginning, but then she kind of rebelled and went out on her own. And then Buttercup Paw, who is now lagging behind, kind of wants to do the same thing, but his mentor won't agree, so we've had some things going on with the cats. However, Ratfur and her apprentice Nightpaw have consistently been at the top. So that is good to know. This time around, let us dive in and take a look at what is happening. Obviously, we are still waiting for kittens, our newest batch of kittens. I'm quite excited and anticipating, please, come on, give me... Oh, we have some notices! Okay, with the heightened focus of the clan, 21 additional pieces of prey were gathered. Dark Pounce goes on and on about what a great alliance Luminous Clan and Lion Clan have during a speech at the gathering. Lion Clan's leader coughs meaningfully during their speech. They announce Lion Clan will be focusing on its own priorities in the coming moons and suggest Luminous Clan does the same. Okay, so relations with Lion Clan have gone down just a little bit. Let's praise Chub Clan. Seems as though Lyastar is back in good health. Okay. Lyastar's tail has healed well, which is good, thankfully. Slumber Roach travels to Whimsy Clan to resolve some recent herb gathering disputes. Grey Swipe was seen talking to Ilona before both cats went their separate ways. The clan has encountered Stone, a lightless cat. The Chub Clan Medicine Cat comes asking if Luminous Clan has any elder leaves to spare. Graciously, your clan decides to aid their allies and share the herbs because, we have a ton of resources, so that's kind of nice. Nectarok is suddenly struck by a sharp pain in his chest. He is found later that day, cold. Wait, guys, Nectarok finally died? Oh no! Nectarok died. Is surprised to find himself walking the stars of Silverpelt. Oh no. And his children over here, Midnight Spot, Plumraven, and Ratfur, at least he got to see them, into adulthood, because he did have them very late in life, but oh no, he died. Oh my goodness, okay. Rumors reach your clan that the kitty pet Brick has died recently. Okay, a lightless cat has died. Crocus Fade's dislocated joint has been popped back into place and is feeling much better, thank goodness. She might be able to go out on a patrol for the first time. Crocus Fade was taking some prey from the fresh kill pile only to find a horde of rats. While Crocus Fade managed to fight off every last rat, she got injured in the process. Oh no. Okay, that's not good. How bad is the injury? Oh, so she's still stuck and she can't go. She's got a rat bite. She can't go out on patrol. Rainpaw has gotten a green cough. Are you kidding me? Falcon Paw is scolded after sneaking out of camp yet again. Nightpaw is no longer sore. Rumors reach your clan that the exiled Buddy Leaf has died recently. I think Buddy Leaf was the cat that was recently left behind by her two legs because she was sick, and I think one of our patrols found Buddy Leaf by a thunderpath, and we helped guide her to the under the mountain to the other lightless cats where she could recover, but I guess she's died. If anything, Grey Swipe's just surprised it took Nectarok this long to get himself killed. Grey Swipe! She has hated Nectarok for a while now, and she does hate him, so obviously she would be okay or delighted by his death. Okay, after learning about Nectarok's death, Oh, Ratfa can't seem to catch her breath as fits of sobs and cries come over her. The loss takes such a toll on her that she can barely find her footing as she stumbles to her nest, wailing for Nectarok. And that is just so heartbreaking because Ratfa was actually Nectarok's favorite child. So I can see how she would kind of take this loss the hardest. The past moon, Nectarok has taken their place in StarClan. Luminous Clan mourns their loss, and their clanmates will miss the spot they took up in their lives. Moments of their life are shared in stories around the circle of mourners, as those that were closest to them take them to their final resting place. Oh no, okay, so in terms of cats who are down, we have Ratfa, Crocus Fade, and Rainpaw who are not going to be able to participate in patrols. I'm a little bit worried for Nightpaw because this is the first time her mentor is down. And I'm also worried for Rainpaw. I think now that Rainpaw is down, Falconpaw is going to get this chance to surpass her, experience-wise. So, okay. Let's continue with relationships and see if we can get a bit of a timeline as to when Nectarok died. Like, what were the events leading up to it? Okay, Bubbling Gale is complaining that Slumberroach never does anything helpful. Bubbling Gale thinks Rainpaw isn't very considerate of others. Okay. Dark Pounce is impressed by Rainpaw's competence in any situation. Dark Pounce spent the day arguing with Falconpaw about whether she stole something from Dark Pounce. Greyswipe vents something trivial to Lyrestar. Lyrestar wants to ask a clanmate to eat with him, but they're busy with Rainpaw. A lot of cats are having negative interactions with Rainpaw. Lyrestar noticed Dark Pounce flirting with someone else. Okay. With who? Slumberroach and Crocus Fade heckled another clan at the gathering together. Slumberroach hears a nice story about Nightpaw. Greyswipe talks to one of Crocus Fade's friends and begins to understand why others like her. Greyswipe nearly tripped but was caught by Buttercup Paw, which is very nice. Nectarok notices how Slumberroach is being helpful around camp. So Nectarok, okay, was noticing Slumberroach. Okay, the clan hears Nectarok and Crocus Fade laughing together across the camp, and then Nectarok was spending some time with Crocus Fade. I mean, he's an elder, he was an elder, and Crocus Fade has consistently been like sick or injured for 3 moons now, so it kind of makes sense that they were hanging out together. Slopeflake sees Plumraven be kind to one of Slopeflake's friends. Slopeflake is sharing a piece of fresh kill with Ratfa. Plumestripe asks Buttercup Paw about something complicated and is amazed at how quickly Buttercup Paw understands. Midnight Spot learns some pelt grooming techniques from Lyrestar and tells Lyrestar some of her own. Plumraven and Buttercup Paw chat idly about the latest meeting. Nightpaw points out that Ratfa's fresh kill has gone bad before she eats it. Okay, some bonding between mentor and apprentice. A clanmate claims that Crocus Fade and Slumberroach were sharing tongues. The clan notices that Fig Scratch and Falconpaw always sit far away from one another. Okay, do they not like one another? Reed Daisy and Plumraven chat idly about the latest meeting. Buttercup Paw thinks Dark Pounce keeps getting in the way instead of helping others. Rainpaw snaps at Crocus Fade to leave him alone. Yeah, Rainpaw has actually been quite sensitive lately. Like Greyswipe's apprentice has been quite sensitive. Falconpaw is faced with a tough decision and wonders what Lyrestar would do. Nightpaw wants to spend time with friends, but all of them have plans with Bubbling Gale. If anything, and so this is when Nectarok dies. Oh no, okay, so it seems as though the only kind of interactions that Nectarok had, his death seemed kind of sudden because he had that, like he was noticing, He was noticing Slumberroach being helpful around camp, and he kind of had a good impression of Slumberroach, and then Nectarok was actually talking and laughing with Crocus Fade. So the last person that Nectarok interacted with was Crocus Fade. Interestingly enough, none of his children or anything like that. His last interaction was with Crocus Fade. Probably because Crocus Fade has been injured and sick or whatever for did she have a dislocated joint? She's been injured, sorry, for the past 3 moons. So he probably came in to chat with her and cheer her up just a little bit. Huh. Okay. Well, it seems as though that's all we have for events. So, by the looks of it, he obviously had no inkling anything was going to happen, and neither did anyone else. He didn't look sick or anything like that. It was kind of like a really sudden death that he had. Okay, let me cut the recording here, and we're going to pick up in the cat list. I think I forgot to take a look at the medicine cat den, so before we see what's going on in the cat list, let's quickly jump there, guys. Medicine cat den. Yeah, we have a rat bite and green cough. Liestar was given tansy as treatment for mangled tail. His tail healed well. We lost some elder leaves. Slopefleck was given juniper as treatment for running nose. Crocus Fade was given ragwort as treatment for dislocated joints. The joint healed. Nightpaw was no longer sore. And Slopefleck couldn't find any herbs this moon. So we donated some herbs, we lost some herbs, and we also... Or maybe the elder leaves was part of the donation we gave, like we shared it with another clan. Right, okay. Let's get back to the cat list, see what's going on here. We've lost another cat, taken another hit to our population. Now, in terms of loyalties, nothing has changed, but because Nectarrock died, Liestar has only 4 loyalists now, which is unfortunate for him. But okay, nothing has changed in terms of relationships. Let's go ahead and see what everyone's doing for the day. Liestar already has a plan in mind for today. Okay. I mean, it's good he's got some sense of direction, especially after the recent loss. Dark Pounds is wondering what Liestar is thinking. Yeah, I think Dark Pounds is actually starting to worry more than Liestar is about the fact that, you know, not a lot of cats, like aside from her and his kids, nobody really believes in Liestar as a leader, and I think she's concerned about how this recent death is going to take a hit to Liestar's popularity, because Nectarrock was actually the oldest cat in the clan, and I think a lot of, you know, the anti-loyalists would have kind of looked up to him just a little bit and in his wisdom. And, you know, a small part of them might have been appeased by the fact that the wisest among them was a loyalist, at least. But now that he's passed on, then, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. So I think Dark Pounce is more worried about that, and she's worried about how Liestar is going to basically address those concerns or what he's going to do from here out. Slowflake is glad it's not so hot out anymore, and he has running nose. Slumber Roach saw a kitty pet with no fur at all. Bubbling Gale tries to set a good example for younger cats. Yeah, he is always the most considerate one, so he's definitely trying to step up and, you know, take care of everyone's emotions, especially for his former apprentice Midnight Spot, whose father passed away. Gracewipe is wondering if kitty pet life is really so bad. Plumestripe wonders if he would be better as a mediator instead. Okay, so I mean, Plumestripe is quite young, but he's already thinking about politics, like entering into politics, which in the way we play, or the way I like to play, mediator is kind of the entry role into politics. And then, you know, cats get promoted to medicine cat, and they get promoted to deputy, and then if they're lucky, might end up as leader. So, okay. Midnight Spot stayed the longest at Nectarrock's vigil. Okay, so she definitely is thinking about her father as well. I mean, they still have their mother around, Dark Pounce, but Dark Pounce doesn't seem to be very affected by Nectarrock's death. I mean, she didn't hate Nectarrock, but she wasn't too keen on their pairing in the beginning, and she never really had any strong feelings for Nectarrock. She just didn't care about him. So it makes sense that, you know, when he dies, instead of being focused or worried about his loss, she's more worried about how Liestar is being affected. Plum Raven clung so desperately to Nectarrock's body that she had to be dragged away. Okay, Plum Raven obviously mourning as well, but Radford took it the hardest. Cleans the clearing of fallen leaves. Yeah, she is in absolute, like, deep grieving because she was her father's favorite, and she knew that. And I think you know, when she was kind of falling behind in her apprenticeship and such, she really felt the most encouragement and love from her father, who didn't really ever hold it against her. He didn't like her any less because she was performing so poorly. Ratva. Crocus Fade is proud of Falconpaw's progress. Okay, which is kind of interesting that she's proud of Falconpaw's progress, especially because Falconpaw is not kind of tied to her in any way, and they don't share the same mentor or anything like that. But I suppose Crocus Fade is proud of Paw's progress because Crocus Fade, she was the least experienced in her batch and she never really caught up. But Falconpaw started off as the least experienced and then she kind of zoomed ahead very quickly. Fig Scratch is conducting a rather rigorous training session for the younger warriors. Okay, that's kind of cute because Fig Scratch, he kind of showed us how you can go from being second best to best in like the very last moment if you're consistent with your training. Reed Daisy splashes in a puddle of water during a patrol. Buttercup Paw was tasked with lining nests with fresh moss today, and his experience points is at 27. Rainpaw is bounding through the territory, scaring away all the prey. Her experience is at 39. And let's see, she is sick. She's got green cough right now. Falconpaw feels nervous about an upcoming assessment, and I keep thinking Buttercup Paw and Rainpaw girls, but no, they're boys. They're boys. So he's got 27. Rainpaw has 39. Falconpaw has 34. Okay, so she is still behind Rainpaw, but this is going to be the chance for her to seriously catch up. Like, she can go from 34 to 39 very quickly because while Rainpaw is sick, I don't think she's going to be getting any experience. So Falconpaw, like, now's your chance. And then Nightpaw had a nice chat with a cat from another clan at the border. She's at 40 experience points, so she is still very far ahead, and I kind of love that. But again, this time around, her mentor Ratva, who she's always been going on patrols with, is not going to be heading out with her because she's grieving, so I don't know how that's going to affect Nightpaw. Hopefully, Ratva has kind of built a good enough base for Nightpaw that she can continue on her own without too much trouble, but Ratva's going to have to make like new arrangements for her apprentice when she sends them out on patrols. So okay, I'm going to cut the recording here and I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, let us go ahead and take a look at our current prey, which is 363.9, and we need 43 prey. Okay, let's send out the medicine cat first of all. So we are going to have a patrol of 6. 2 patrols of 6, so no one's going to be going out on their own this time around. Okay, noted. So let's have a look. Slowfleck, what are you going to get up to? Slowfleck heads out into the territory to stock up on cobwebs, something the clan never seems to have enough of. Proceed. Slowfleck finds plenty of cobwebs, gently collecting them on the ends of sticks. No cat will have the chance to bleed out, not now, with so many cobwebs to staunch their wounds. Okay, so that is really good. And now let's go ahead and send out our cats. Our first patrol of 6. It seems we have Buttercup Paw, who is sticking very close to Midnight Spot this time around. And then we have Plume Stripe, Lyrestar, Dark Pounds, and Reed Daisy. Okay, it seems as though we actually have Bubbling Gale choosing to stick close to his apprentice this time around. And I think the arrangement has been made for Grey Swipe to supervise Nightpaw this time around because Nightpaw's mentor is unable to come with us, and then Grey Swipe's apprentice is unable to come with us because she's sick. So we've got a sick cat, a sick apprentice, and an injured mentor, so the ones who are able to come patrol have been paired together, I think. That's the arrangement that's been made. Okay, so let's send out our first patrol. It starts snowing soon after the patrol sets out, trying to bring back something for the fresh kill pile. Let us proceed. The prey must be hiding. The patrol catches nothing. As a snowstorm descends and visibility drops, the patrol clumps together in a mountain cave, their pelts and tails and legs all tightly wrapped into one indistinguishable kitty cat ball. Still, when they return to camp, Midnight Spot is cold and chilled. Okay, so I don't know how badly this is going to affect her. Hopefully not too much. But let's take a look. How is she? Okay, so she's injured. She's got shivering, but thankfully it's not going to be like bad enough that she won't participate next time. Okay, so next up we have Nightpaw, Falcon Paw, Fig Scratch, Plum Raven, Gracewwipe, and Bubbling Gill heading out. So let's see how they go. As the patrol is checking the borderlines, they notice that a Whimsiclan scent has strayed into their territory. Whimsiclan is their ally, but this is a bit suspicious. Let us proceed. Fig Scratch can't contain his annoyance at the trespass when the patrol finds a lost Whimsiclan apprentice to be the source of the scent, reprimanding them heavily. The apprentice is nearly in tears when Fig Scratch finally lets them go and the patrol leads them back to the borderline, tension thick in the air. Okay, relations with Whimsiclan have worsened because of Fig Scratch. You know what? Fig Scratch is actually a very, very capable cat. And I feel like always like the type of cat that the others can rely on in terms of hunting and like complicated strategies. But Fig Scratch can also be quite stern with everyone when it comes to like diplomacy. I don't think it's particularly his strong point. So unfortunately, we've taken a hit in that regard. But I feel like he has very much a leadership quality. Like he's always willing to kind of step ahead and do things rather than worrying about what needs to be done or like who should do what. He's okay to kind of go ahead without being asked. He kind of takes charge. So okay, that's interesting because like Bubbling Gill was the patrol leader, but Fig Scratch is the one who took the lead here. So it seems as though that's all we got done. It's okay that we didn't do any hunting because we have like a ton of prey. But okay guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.